Me now?
Hi, I still can't hear you. I'm looking for my sound. No.
Let me see. How about now? Anything? No?
Huh.
Whoa, now? My sound just...
Oh, you know,
Can you...
We're going to figure this out. It might be on my end. I'm never sure. It has just been that kind of August.
I just turned up... can you hear me now? Click if you want to.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I have no idea. What is happening?
Let me see. Built-in input. How about now? Anything?
Dang it.
I can hear you.
Oh, you know what? I think.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Sorry. Yes, that was totally on my end. Aw. Woo. We got it.
We're good? Are we good?
We're good.
Okay.
Oh my God. That is what August has been like. It has just been one thing after another. Nothing. I mean, it's
nothing goes easy in August.
This one's been like worse than usual too. I think I mentioned last time we spoke, I had a little leak in the ceiling when I went to get my surgery, and like, oh yay, well, good news is we get a free hardwood floor. Turns out we're going to get a whole new middle part of the house. They're going to have to take the whole thing down to the studs. Yeah, when they cut into the ceiling to fix the leaky pipe, they found they basically, I have no ceiling, I have no floors, I have no walls. We're going to a rental house this weekend that luckily insurance is paying.
Oh no.
The good news is that it's twice the size of our house right now in a very ritzy part of town, Cherry Hills Village. And has a swimming pool.
Okay.
Bad news is I have not taken my kids to swimming lessons because we are never around swimming pools. And there, of course, there's no fence around this one. And you know it's probably going to snow next week. So like, so if it snows early, it is totally because I got this house. So there you go. Watch out for snow in Denver.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
So you have to move out of your house for how long?
Well, it's a good question. They're saying 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm going to get a new you're taking the house down to the studs and you think we're going to move in 2 weeks after that?
Yeah. No.
It's never worked out. I've never had anything go that smoothly, period,
Right.
much less like now when the worst case scenario is like the only possible option, which has been the past 4 weeks basically. So I'm guessing 2 months. But the good news is, yay, I'm near lots of run trails, so we'll make it work.
Nice. Oh, that's good. I was going to say, is it good for running?
It's fine for running. It's on. It is 5 miles south of my house, so it's that straight line that is actually super hilly down southbound on University that you've probably seen me run a lot. I'm basically at the end of that. I can just run north.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's good. That's good. So, well, I'm sorry.
There are
things.
I don't have cancer. That's what I keep saying. I don't have cancer. I can handle this.
You can fix this. This will be fixed. Yeah. All right. Well, so you got to get going to get kiddos shortly, right?
I mean, not like, as long as I'm kind of headed out the door by 10 to 3, I'm good.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So is this being recorded? Are we recording this? We are. Okay.
Yeah, it was really, people that really enjoyed it last time because they were like, that was just not what I expected. I'm like, told you so.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And the things people pick up on never cease to amaze me. Like the run you had me do this morning. Sorry, I missed the one yesterday. I think you got that in after I'd sent the babysitter home.
Yeah. That was my bad. Yeah.
Or mine for just not being
I was thinking it was Monday yesterday, and then I realized about noon that it was actually Tuesday. Like,
you're in the booth. Yeah. Yeah, I had all that going on. Yeah. No worries. Well, when I did that run and I labeled it in Strava, immediately I got a flood of direct messages from people being like, how is a 2x2 a marathon specific workout? I'm like, well, funny enough, what specificity has to do with the total duration of the workout itself. So like not just any 2x2 is marathon specific, but it has to do with where the paces she was having me hit, which this time was an effort level, not specifically a pace. I was just shooting for 8 because that's what Training Peak says my threshold effort is at the moment, my tempo effort.
Right.
So, and I'm like, as I said, I don't know what Tia specifically is thinking. I never ask. My guess is that my average pace, because I always say that your marathon pace is going to be somewhere between your half marathon pace, which comes out, it's called the A pace of the enhanced threshold I have people do. So it'll be somewhere between that pace and your 140 pace. Exactly where is really hard to tell. So, because there's no like magic prediction. So to that end, I'm betting that the difference between recovery and tempo is going to be, she doesn't want to say it, or she probably isn't going to say it, like, because for not so I'm not tracking it, even though I wouldn't.
Right.
But like I can see how this would become a nightmare very quickly if clients know what you're when they try to game it. So it's like, well, this is a marathon prediction, so I'm going to run this a little bit faster and make my prediction better. Like, no, it's probably just giving us an idea of what a good scenario or a reasonable scenario for New York could be.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly. It is the sort of the average pace, and just working on mostly just different ways to run faster aerobically. And so, you can do it in so many different ways, but that's just always what I've done, is started with the shorter intervals, and gradually you build up and you build up and build up until that becomes more of your closer to what you run for a marathon, right? And you just chip away at it. And so really, I like doing those, using those as early marathon workouts, and without giving a pace or making it too specific, just because it is just sort of a non-threatening way to whittle that aerobic pace down little by little.
Yeah. Because you're not changing the outcome on race day by running a faster pace.
Right.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I totally get it.
You get it.
Yeah, my clients loved that though. They were just like, that kind of blew. So I have a program called Rebuild for people that are coming back to running after a long period away. And when they see shorter intervals, anything less than half a mile, they tend to spin out like I put them in remedial math. Like, I'm now in the remedial running class too. Like, no, man, it's a versatile workout. It's not like a baby or a beginner workout. Like it's a powerful workout that can be deployed many different ways. So if you see this, it's not a less than, I'm doing it too. Because that was the workout I had them doing 2 months ago.
Right.
So it made a whole lot of people feel a whole lot better, Coach Tia, without knowing it.
Okay. Well, good. That's good. I'm glad that you could explain it better to them. And so, I'm like, well, it's just one of those marathon workouts, you just do it. And then I do have to remember that this does takes, you need some understanding to kind of get it, that the shorter intervals are not just for beginners.
Yep.
And they also don't have to be all out. No. So you're feeling good?
Yeah.
Like your every run seems, when the air quality is okay, seems like you're holding yourself back.
Yes. I'm trying. I still have that. I don't really have the language to articulate it. It's like my lungs want to expand more, but they just can't. So that really feels like the limiting factor, that which makes it hard to sense my effort levels. Like an easy effort feels like going really hard. So I'm having to like in my brain is firing, looking for anything else I can anchor to have a sense of how fast I'm going. Which is, so if anything, it's just a little frustrating, but like you said a long time ago, beaten to me, needing to hold yourself back is a really good place to be. And we're just focused on that. So I'm trying to be grateful, but yeah, I do. When the air quality sucks, I still don't mind going for my run. When it's hard, when it's a hard day like today, I don't mind. Like I'm excited to run pretty much every day, which is good. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you can keep that going through the whole marathon cycle, then you're ahead of the game. So I just wrote down in really big handwriting on my clipboard here. Healthy and volume. So that's the main goal, is stay healthy. And let's be really mindful of that, which you are the best at monitoring your body signals. And I think for you, I wrote this in Training Peaks, is you're strong. You've got strength. Your body is ready to go. Now it just needs the volume. And that is, again, we talked about it last time, just a process. So little by little, adding in the volume, getting back to feeling comfortable being on your feet for longer and longer amounts of time. And I really feel like organically your pace is going to just keep dropping, as the weather gets better and as your fitness builds. And obviously adding in some faster running for variety, but really the main goal is to stay healthy and build volume. And that's what this cycle is going to be about for you, in my opinion. Obviously I'm open to your suggestions. But I really think that's going to take you far for this time around, is just getting in those miles and minutes on your feet. So it's not the glamorous part. It's the grind of just getting it in. So that's where, luckily you have people to run with. It sounds like you have a really great training partner.
With the world's lowest heart rate, it's hard not to hate him.
With the world's lowest heart rate? What is that? What's that about?
Right? It's not fair. We were going up a hill on University during that Wednesday when I ran too far because we took a wrong turn. But we took a wrong turn because I was like, oh, my heart rate's at 145. We need to back off a bit. He's like, oh, mine's 110. I'm like,
Are you alive right now?
Right. He's also a practicing Buddhist, and it's really hard to spin him out. So he's great to run with because he's good at so many. Like he's the opposite of me. He's like the yin to my very profane, super energetic yang. He's fit as fuck, and and just cool as a cucumber. Like stress is not the white noise you ever would see in his Training Peaks.
No. Wow. So we need to get his heart rate up. We need to get him out on some really steep hills or something.
He's training for Devil on the Divide, so he can go steep hills in his spare time. They're like the things he does are too scary for me.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you have that yin to your yang for your training. And so I guess just sort of working out with you how you see the volume fitting into your schedule, and that's always the biggest hiccup for moms and career oriented people. How do you see that fitting that in?
Volume's good. We've had some recent changes that have been super beneficial for the family. And the biggest one is like having to move my long run from Saturday morning to Sunday morning. And that has been just tremendous. So as long as I've got people to come with me on Sunday morning, because there's some to get the miles in, I need to run through parts of town I'd rather not run through alone, because it's all safe until it isn't, and then it's not a terrible idea until something happens. Then it's like, well, why were you running alone at 5 a.m? So I'd rather take somebody with me so I don't have to have that conversation. But yeah, so that's been the biggest change. And so with the Saturday, I'm trying to do like 30 minutes when I can in the morning, and then doing another 30 to 45 on a Saturday evening. If so, that gives me a little something extra. I still keep that bit because it's weird to wake up on Saturday morning and not run, but I'm have more than 30 minutes before my kids wake up. So to that end, it's been, and it's fun to do a double, to feel like, oh, I'm fit enough to do the standalone run tomorrow. It helps my soul a little bit. So, and as you've noticed, the day off in the week has bounced around, which is not intentional. I'm just, been going with the flow while we get back into, while the house is rebuilt and we get back into the schedule of school. So,
school just started.
Yeah. So that's the good thing about not having like lots of hard runs on the schedule, where now it's like, if I have to push it around, it's like a game of Jenga. Where does this go?
Right.
But so everything feels really good. I'll put it that way. Could I do more? Yes. Do I need to? Probably not. But if the next thing I would want to do wouldn't be like, let's do harder stuff to you. It would be like, can I just add another 20 minutes in the evening with my kids every once in a while and without worrying? That would be it.
Yeah. Okay. And that sounds good to me. I think fitting in those little runs here and there when you can is great. As long as it's not stressing you out, but as a sort of a fun, like you said, I like it because I feel fit enough to do it. So keep inserting those here and there. The Sunday morning long run, we'll keep that going strong. And then over time, as some of the runs will start growing, so you'll have at least two, like a medium long run would be the goal after this month, is to maybe have one other run during the week that's an hour or more.
Okay.
But for this month, the rest of this month, I think just getting in those little extra runs when you can is great. Get the school schedule going, and then October, the next step will kind of be to add an extra, what I call medium long run. And it is, like you say, good for your soul. I think it just makes you feel powerful, that you're fitting in 2 a week, and not for very long. Probably it'll just be for about 3 weeks, and then taper.
Yay! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's going to go by really fast. So just hang on and enjoy the ride.
It's exciting. I can do that. Wednesdays are good for that, and in a worst case scenario, by not being so fixated on Thursday as my day of rest, by moving, that gives me, I'm flexible enough that if it didn't happen on Wednesday, or I knew Wednesday, Thursday was going to be a disaster, I could do it Tuesday or Friday. So, which I know is not ideal, but like, I feel confident enough that like, I'm not worried about it not happening. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Yeah. And that's definitely, the days of the week aren't set in stone, and you know that you need to follow a longer or a harder effort with a recovery run. So I'm not worried about you doing back-to-back hard efforts, but that's really the only rule, right? If you're going to rearrange your schedule, make sure you have recovery afterwards. So adding in those sort of marathon pace-ish, faster aerobic workouts for now is going to be different, and just keep building the Sunday long run and doing what you need to do to stay healthy. So does that feel like right now, are you needing to do crazy things to keep your body intact, or is it just feeling good?
Just feeling good.
Nice. That's good. And nutrition wise, I think that was something else I was thinking I had written in. Once your run starts to get over 2 hours, are you doing any sort of calorie intake? Do you plan to on your run?
I usually don't. I'll put it this way. I never have before.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I'm not open to changing that is as the need arises, you know.
Okay. And that's just, just keep that in mind and use those longer runs as a chance to experiment now if you need to with what happens if I do try some type of product. And maybe you've had bad experiences and so you don't want to try it.
I'm just really old. This stuff didn't exist when I started running. It didn't exist when I started marathoning. No one did it. You like maybe had a piece of dry toast before you went out. Maybe more than that was not going to lead anywhere good. And now, like, I go abroad, I come back 2007 and the world has changed. Like, how can you run without a Garmin? And what do you mean you don't have goo? And I'm like, I don't. The goo still kind of, which is not to make fun of anyone. It's just like this all is part of the changes, I feel. So I guess maybe it's time that I started taking all this into consideration. But there have been a couple of days last week when I got my first period in 2 years that I was like, oh, I forgot you need more iron that time of month. Wow. Terrible.
Why? Just why?
So I started reading Stacey Sims' book Roar, I've heard all across the board that it's just like transformative, and she says to do something before and something after, and I've been staring at the list of afters thinking, okay, which of these do I think? Because I don't like eating during or after, just never have. The few times I've tried it, I was like, I'll just keep doing what I've been doing, but I'm going to. I'm open to playing, and I bought some. My running partner actually gave me a bunch of stuff from Denmark. Who knew that they were like making all these super serious sports drinks? Go Denmark! Cool. But yeah, I've got all these packets at home, like some before hard effort, before long effort, after hard effort, after long effort, different packets to try. So I'll start incorporating those too.
Yeah. And, obviously if what you're doing works, don't mess it up. But sometimes it's interesting to see, what would happen. And so now's the time, while you're doing these long runs and throw in something different just to see what happens once in a while. And I like the book Roar. I think there's really good, it's pretty realistic. Nothing too crazy in that book. So, I would, just try to make sure you're getting what you need, so your muscles aren't breaking down and you're not, having a low blood sugar moment in your long run and caught with nothing. So maybe, if you ever carry anything, I've been trying actually taking dates on my run, just to see. I was just going for what happens if I just use something real. And it's all good. It's all fine. It's the same as taking a little chewy Cliff Chew. So I'm like, okay, well, that's good. I know that it gives me the same amount of energy, and it works. It's a little harder to carry, but just experimenting, always trying to see what works better. So keep that in mind. Anything else? Hydration, electrolytes. You're all good with them?
I mean, I don't take a lot. I do a lot of coconut water during the week. I was taught that it's what you do before the run that matters more than during the run, until you're at that professional level where you just have no body fat, and then everything you do really matters. Body fat. So I do not have that body fat. That it's so little of it that it's an issue yet. So I just drink a lot of coconut water during the week, and I don't really carry anything on the runs. But I'm also not doing anything egregiously hard or long, where I would need to stash it around my friends' houses the way I've traditionally done yet. But
right.
I can still be able to do that.
Okay.
I got friends that live in that fancy part of town too, and be like, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna leave my clothes and some water.
Yeah. In your yard, in your bush.
Yeah. You're at the club on Sunday mornings. You won't notice anyway, right? That's fine.
I'll come get it before you get back. No worries. Yeah. Good, good, good. Well, is there anything else you want to chat about?
Well, nothing other than like, have you, so you're happy with where I'm at and how I've been progressing?
I am. I'm happy. I think your consistency is paying off. Your body is responding well, and that um, you're starting to say, oh yeah, I just noticed. It's like, oh, I felt really good. Oh, I felt really good. More often. So I tend to look at that kind of the emotional part and these beginning stages a little more than the actual numbers. And so as long as there's that kind of, gradual build of more good days than bad days, and more days in general of running, then I want you to just keep that momentum going. And it's really a matter of, you being happy and feeling stronger each week. And so if that's the case, if you're still feeling stronger each week, which it seems like you are, then I just want to continue on that continuum. And at the point where you're like, gosh, I'm bored, or I'm just really fatigued, or I just don't feel right, then those are sort of the red flags that pop up, as okay, well, let's pull back a little, but I think right now we're going to just keep gradually moving you forward. So let me know if anything pops up that doesn't seem normal, or if you're just all of a sudden I just see that you're like, God, I felt like crap today. Ugh, this was horrible. Then we'll pull back.
Okay. I'm sitting here thinking, like, could I do 20 minutes tonight? Could I do 30 minutes tonight?
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel today. And I know throwing in everything that you want to do when you feel good is how you get to feel bad real quick.
Right.
But I'm just like, yeah, things. I will let you know when this doesn't feel good anymore. But right now it feels really good.
Good. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't make any crazy changes. Don't like you said, you want to go run twice a day every day, but don't do that.
Right.
But a few of those doubles aren't bad. And I need to look at your volume. I don't have it right in front of me.
But 3 miles last week.
So yes, I think that's awesome. And between 33 and 35, 37, that's good. Don't make any big jumps, and all of a sudden have like a 43-mile week. So we'll get before you know it. So I'm good. I mean, working with you, I know, this stuff. So I'm just gonna, go with it with you, but not let you, do anything that's going to hurt yourself. And I'm just going to keep, really pushing you to get that volume in, but gradually.
Okay.
Yay. Good. Yeah. So I think that's about all I had.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, just excited, and nervous. Oh my gosh, it's like 9 weeks now or something.
I know, it just goes by so fast. What? But I think, yeah, that's a perfect amount of time. 9 weeks. It's perfect, very manageable. You'll make a lot of progress in the next 9 weeks. But it's not so long that, you're gonna feel burned out. I think we're gonna keep you feeling excited. That's the goal. if you can go into that marathon excited, yay.
Yay.
Yay. So good luck with the move, the rental house and the pool, and
Thank you.
Let's talk again. Let's talk again at the end of September. Then we'll plan for how to build in that sort of midweek, medium, long run.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good. By then, I should know if how much longer we're in the rental house, and
right. If you
step one was having the stable kids routine, and then will come, the whole life thing. But
the whole life thing. I know. Darn it. There's never a dull moment. That's what I realized. It's just one thing to the next. So
my kids don't play sports yet. I watch your Instagram, and I'm like, I get scared of what's coming. I think because if they're playing that many sports, then you've got whatever I see on a game, you've got 5 times that in practice. That's right. A lot of driving. It's a lot of sitting in sun.
It's a lot of driving. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of being creative with carpooling. It's like, you can't be on that team because I don't know any of the parents, and there's no way that I'll be able to get you a ride. So you got to be on this team because I know someone.
It matters.
Really. It's all about, keeping your head above water. So you can do the sports, just make sure you have allies.
Well, the thing is, when you have 4 kids, people just hide from you. Like, they don't make eye contact because I think they're afraid. Like, my car ain't big enough. FYI, I can barely hold the 2 children I have, and the friend I use. Like, people really go out of their way to kind of make it clear there is no room in my car. Show up to like church or even the grocery store. So I'm like, I kind of get it. There's no room in mine either. Gosh, because I fill it with cash.
Bigger car, right? Come on.
It's funny, but we're also not old enough that we have to worry about that yet. So.
Right. You have a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, take care.
Yeah, you too.
Stay sane and get those little ones all picked up from school. Are you going to several different locations?
No, luckily. Well, I wouldn't say several. But I know some people who do. Like, people get really into school choice here, which always has me second guessing myself. Like, you just made your life so complicated. Am I looking at this incorrectly? And then I'm like, nope. No, I'm not. I've got 2 children in the preschool program on the other side of the park, and 2 kids in the elementary school that's a 3-block walk from my house. So I
saw that.
Bring the little 2 home, and then we walk to get the big 2.
Aw, that is sweet.
It's fun. I like being from the country. Like, that was just walking anywhere feels so. ABC after school specialists and kids that I kind of feel remiss not to do it. Like, sure, let's walk to Whole Foods. Kids, get your bikes. We need half and half or whatever. I just made up. So it's super duper fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, let's talk soon.
Take care. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.